Want to speak real Bulgarian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at BulgarianPod101.com.
Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Hi everybody, I'm Eva. Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com's Български в 3 минути. The fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Bulgarian. In the last lesson, we learned the numbers from 1 to 10. Have you forgotten? Here, I'll tell you again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now let's continue from 11. 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, and finally we have 20, 20. Okay, now repeat after me. I'll say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These numbers may seem harder to remember, but you really just have to remember that each one ends in deset, which means 10, as you already know. Let's not stop at 20. Counting to 100 is super easy. Now I'll give you the tens. 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90, 100, 100. While you have to memorize a few of these numbers, there are a couple of tricks that will make memorizing them incredibly easy. Notice that the numbers from 13 to 19 start with the numbers from 3 to 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Do you remember them from our previous lesson? Then after them, we add the word na and then deset. So altogether 13 is 3 plus na plus 10, deset, or trinadeset, trinadeset. And the numbers from 20 to 100 are even easier. Again, we form them by simply adding the word for 10, deset. So 40 means 410. Just the intonation changes from simply saying 4 and then 10. 40. 40. 12 and 20 are also similar. We don't say the basic number 2, dve, but dva, which is its masculine form. So 12 is dvanadeset. Dvanadeset. and 20 is 20. 20. The same thing happens to the number 11. Instead of the symbol number 1, edno, we say the masculine form edin, and we have edinadeset. Edinadeset. Finally, we have the number 100. Sto. Sto. It's an easy one, isn't it? How would you say 56 in Bulgarian? Let's take it step by step. 50 is 50, and then add 6, 6. 56. Just add one e, which means and it's done. Isn't that easy? Let's make another number, for instance, 98. Take 90, 90, and add 8, 8, and don't forget the e. 98. And now it's time for Eva's insights. One last tricky part. In spoken language, Bulgarian people add ise or dese instead of 10, 10, when they pronounce the numbers from 11 to 90, like edinaise or 80, which are 11 and 80. It's easier to pronounce them this way, but the formal and written language require the full form. So after only 2 lessons, you are now able to count to 100 in Bulgarian. In the next lesson, we are going to put your number knowledge to use. Do you have all the skills you need to go shopping in Bulgaria? If not, I'll be waiting for you in our next Bulgarski в 3 минути lesson. До скоро! Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Hi everybody, I'm Eva. Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com's Bulgarski в 3 минути, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Bulgarian. In the last lesson, we learned the phrase Извинете, говорите ли английски? Excuse me, do you speak English? We mentioned the word извинете, which means excuse me in formal Bulgarian. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to use извинете and other words when apologizing in Bulgarian. We should use извинете in formal situations, such as when we are ordering something in bars or restaurants. For example, извинете, едно кафе моля. Excuse me, a coffee please. We can also use it when asking a question. Извинете, къде се намира храм Александър Невски? Excuse me, where is the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral? Sometimes we also hear people say, ако обичате, which means the same thing when you want to draw someone's attention. We only use this phrase in formal speech. Ако обичате. The informal way to say excuse me is извинявай. Извинявай. Just like извинете, we can use извинявай when asking a question or when apologizing. We can also use the word прощавай. Прощавай. You might hear this phrase translated as forgive me in English, but it's not formal or strong at all. Bulgarian people use it in very casual situations. Its formal version in second person plural is прощавайте. All of these phrases can be used for either excuse me or I'm sorry. But if you really want to apologize for something, it might be better to use a different phrase. That phrase is съжалявам. It means I'm sorry and can be used in both formal and informal situations. съжалявам. This verb is in the first person singular form, so it basically means I'm sorry. You can use this expression anytime you wish to apologize. Now it's time for Eva's insights. Please remember that in Bulgaria, if you accidentally bump into someone, we don't say I'm sorry, съжалявам. Instead we say извинете, excuse me, or прощавайте, forgive me. Are you able to count in Bulgarian? In the next lesson, we will learn the numbers in Bulgarian from 1 to 10. I'll be waiting for you in our next български в 3 минути lesson. Останете на линия за следващия урок. Bye!
Want to speak real Bulgarian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at BulgarianPod101.com.
Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Hi everybody, I'm Eva. Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com's Български в 3 минути. The fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Bulgarian. In the last lesson, we learned how to count in Bulgarian. I hope you spent some time practicing the numbers because they will come in handy in this lesson. We're going to learn how to go shopping in Bulgaria. Before we go, you need to know how to say, how much is this? Колко струва това? Колко струва това? Are you ready to go shopping in Bulgaria? Let's go! You see something you like and want to ask the shop clerk how much it costs. The first thing to say to a shop clerk is, Извинете. Do you remember what that means? Excuse me. Извинете, колко струва? Excuse me, how much is this? Извинете, колко струва? If we want to be more specific when asking how much is this and refer to a certain type of object, we first need to drop the word for this in Bulgarian. Also, we need to know if the object is a masculine, feminine, or neuter object. If it is masculine, add този when referring to it, тази for a feminine object, and това for a neuter one. And then say the noun. For example, pants is a masculine. Панталон. Извинете, колко струва този панталон? Excuse me, how much are these pants? Извинете, колко струва този панталон? And skirt is a feminine noun. Пола. Извинете, колко струва тази пола? Excuse me, how much is this skirt? Извинете, колко струва тази пола? And bicycle is a neuter noun. Колело. Извинете, колко струва това колело? Excuse me, how much is this bicycle? Извинете, колко струва това колело? At this point, the shop clerk can answer by saying струва, това е, or just the price plus the word е, which simply means is. For example, струва 21 лева. Това е 21 лева. Or 21 лева е. What number is 21? I'm not telling you. Okay. It's 21. It costs 21 leva. Now it's time for Eva's insights. A quicker way to ask how much is колко е, which literally means how much. For example, when you want to order a coffee, you can ask the waiter, едно кафе моля, колко е? One coffee please, how much is it? At this point, can you count the Bulgarian currency leva? We're going to learn how to do this and much more in the next lesson. I'll be waiting for you in our next български в 3 минути lesson. До скоро!
In this video, you will learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in Bulgarian. Hi everybody, my name is Daria. Welcome to the 800 Core Bulgarian Words and Phrases video series. In this series, you will learn the 800 most common words and phrases in Bulgarian. But there is a twist. With each new lesson in this series, we will include the previous lessons at the end. So after you have learned the new words and phrases, stick around and review what you learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. You can also get the full list right now at BulgarianPod101.com. Click the link in the description to access more example sentences, create your own flashcards, and finally, master Bulgarian. Okay, let's get started. First is Здравей! Hello. Здравей. Здравей. Hello. Здравей от мен. Hello from me. Здравей от мен. Извинете. Excuse me. Извинете. Извинете. Excuse me. Извинете, виждали ли сте кучето ми? Excuse me, have you seen my dog? Извинете, виждали ли сте кучето ми? Съжалявам. I'm sorry. Съжалявам. Съжалявам. I'm sorry. Съжалявам, той не е тук в момента. I'm sorry, he's not here at the moment. Съжалявам, той не е тук в момента. Лека нощ. Good night. Лека нощ. Лека нощ. Good night. Лека нощ, ще се чуем скоро. Good night, I'll talk to you soon. Лека нощ, ще се чуем скоро. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. Nice to meet you. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. Nice to meet you. Приятно ми е да се запознаем, господине. Nice to meet you, sir. Приятно ми е да се запознаем, господине. Как си? How are you? Как си? Как си? How are you? Здрасти, как си? Hi, how are you? Здрасти, как си? Да. Yes. Да. Да. Yes. Да, имам Nokia. Yes, I have a Nokia. Да, имам Nokia. Не. No. Не. Не. No. Не, аз съм англичанин. No, I'm British. Не, аз съм англичанин. Благодаря. Thank you. Благодаря. Благодаря. Thank you. Добре съм, благодаря. I'm fine, thank you. Добре съм, благодаря. Аз съм. I am. Аз съм. Аз съм. I am. Аз съм Мария. I am Maria. Аз съм Мария. Довиждане. Goodbye. Довиждане. Довиждане. Goodbye. Забравих да си взема довиждане. I forgot to say goodbye. Забравих да си взема довиждане. Лош. Bad. Лош. Лош. Bad. Този човек е лош. This man is bad. Този човек е лош. Добър. Good. Добър. Добър. Good. Добре за тялото. Good for one's body. Добре за тялото. Красив. Pretty. Красив. Красив. Pretty. Много си красива. You're very pretty. Много си красива. Грозен. Ugly. Грозен. Грозен. Ugly. Това е едно много грозно куче. This is a very ugly dog. Това е едно много грозно куче. Лесен. Easy. Лесен. Лесен. Easy. Техният нов продукт е наистина елегантен и лесен за употреба. Their new product is really elegant and easy to use. Техният нов продукт е наистина елегантен и лесен за употреба. Труден. Difficult. Труден. Труден. Difficult. Японският е много труден. Japanese is very difficult. Японският е много труден. Близо. Near. Близо. Близо. Near. Аз живея близо до университета. I live near the university. Аз живея близо до университета. Далече. Far. Далече. Далече. Far. Гарата е далече от тук. The station is far from here. Гарата е далече от тук. Малък. Small. Малък. Малък. Small. Колата е малка, но е много мощна. The car is small, but very powerful. Колата е малка, но много мощна. Well done! In this episode, you expanded your vocabulary with 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at BulgarianPod101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary for daily live conversations. You also get example sentences, custom flashcard text, and more learning resources. See you next time! Do vístane!
Hi everyone! Do you know how to say I love you in Bulgarian? In this lesson, you'll learn 3 different ways to say it. Let's start with how to express your feelings to your loved one.
Обичам те. Обичам те. Обичам те.
Or if you want to explain those butterflies in your stomach, you can say
Падам си по теб. Падам си по теб. Падам си по теб.
And when you feel that I love you is not enough, you can say
С думи не може да се опише любовта ми към теб. С думи не може да се опише любовта ми към теб. С думи не може да се опише любовта ми към теб.
You just learned 3 different ways to say I love you in Bulgarian. And if you're interested in learning more, don't forget to download your free Romance and Love cheat sheet, which includes romantic words, compliments, and pickup lines. Check out the description below and go to BulgarianPod101.com now. See you next time!
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.
Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com's Bulgarski в 3 минути, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Bulgarian. Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Приятно ми е. Hi, I'm Eva. Nice to meet you. In this series, we're going to learn basic Bulgarian expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Bulgarian. But first, it's important to clarify that in Bulgarian, there is a difference between the formal and the informal language. Let's first see how Bulgarian people introduce themselves in an informal situation. Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. Hi, I'm Eva. Nice to meet you. Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. Start by saying Здрасти, аз се казвам. Then say your name. Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Finally say Приятно ми е да се запознаем. Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. And now let's see the same sentence in formal speech. Здравейте, аз се казвам Ива Георгиева. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. Hello, I'm Eva Georgieva. Nice to meet you. Здравейте, аз се казвам Ива Георгиева. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. So, what has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a close look at these together. Здрасти has been substituted with the formal greeting Здравейте, formal Bulgarian for hello. Аз се казвам Ива has not been changed. Аз се казвам stands in both cases for I am or my name is. However, during a formal self-introduction, we also say our last name. So I said Eva Georgieva. Here, you would say your full name. Finally, the ending remains the same. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. It is a universal Bulgarian greeting, meaning nice to meet you. One more time. The informal way to introduce yourself in Bulgarian is Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. The formal way to introduce yourself is Здравейте, аз се казвам Ива Георгиева. Приятно ми е да се запознаем. Now it's time for Eva's insights. When you introduce yourself, it's a good habit to shake hands in Bulgaria, and if you're not sure whether to use Zdrasti or Здравейте, just say simply Добър ден, which means hello and is used during the daytime. Do you know how we say thank you in Bulgarian? You'll learn how to say this and many other words in our next lesson. Останете на линия за следващия урок. See you then! Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Hi everybody, I'm Eva. Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com's Български в 3 минути, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Bulgarian. In the last lesson, we learned how to introduce ourselves in Bulgarian. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to use good manners as we thank people. Готови ли сте? Are you ready? Да започваме! So let's start. There are several ways to thank someone. Let's start with the easiest. It's just one word. Благодаря. Благодаря. Благодаря means thank you. When saying thank you very much, you just need to add много. Много благодаря. Много благодаря. Много means a lot. So много благодаря is like saying thank you very much. During the last lesson, we mentioned both the informal and the formal way of speaking Bulgarian. Благодаря is the most common way to thank someone. If you want to be more casual, there is another word you should use, and you will be amazed which word that is. Merci. Merci. Merci is a loan word from French, but it is pronounced with the typical Bulgarian hard R. R. It is used mainly in informal situations. Merci. How do you answer? It's easy. There are basically two different ways to do it. The first is няма защо. Няма защо. Няма защо literally means there is no reason, but it is the equivalent of don't mention it. The other way to say you're welcome is the word моля. Моля. Literally, this word means I beg or please, but it has become a common way to respond to someone thanking you. So when someone says благодаря to you, we can simply reply with няма защо or моля. Now it's time for Eva's insights. If you're not sure about whether to use merci or благодаря, keeping it simple is always your safest bet. You don't have to worry about formal or informal situations. Благодаря can be used with just about anyone, anywhere, and at any time. Do you know what довиждане means? In our next lesson, you'll learn this and other greetings in Bulgarian. Благодаря! Поздрави и до следващия урок! Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Hi everybody, I'm Eva. Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com's Български в 3 минути, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Bulgarian. In the last lesson, we learned the most common forms of greetings in Bulgarian. Do you remember them? In this lesson, we are going to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you're asking it in Bulgarian, You can be sure that everyone will understand what you're saying, even if their answer is no. Here's the informal way to say it. Говориш ли английски? Говориш ли английски? In Bulgarian, verbs change depending on the formality and also depending on the subject. This word is the informal form of the verb говоря, which means to speak, and it is conjugated for the second person singular. The next word is the particle li, which is used in many Bulgarian questions. Just remember that it means something like weather. And you probably recognize английски to be English. Говорите ли английски? To learn how to properly conjugate verbs like говоря, please look at our Absolute Beginner series on BulgarianPod101.com. You can find very detailed grammar lessons and resources there. We are now going to make this sentence formal. First, we need to use the formal version of speak, which is говорите. Everything else stays the same. Говорите ли английски? Говорите ли английски? Adding извинете, excuse me, the sentence becomes even more polite. Извинете, говорите ли английски? Извинете, говорите ли английски? The responses you will receive could be one of these three. Да, yes. Да. Малко, a little. Малко. Не говоря английски. No, I don't speak English. Не говоря английски. Since the last one is a negative statement, we need to say не before the verb говоря and не in the beginning of the whole sentence. Notice also that the verb говоря is slightly different than говорите. Remember, the verb changes depending on the formality and the subject. We are now talking about us, Bulgarian for I. Thus, I do not speak is аз не говоря. Now it's time for Eva's insights. For those of you who are not only English speakers, you can obviously use this question with any language you need. Bulgarian people study other European languages at school, so maybe you will get lucky. Just substitute английски with русски for Russian, немски for German, итальянски for Italian, испански for Spanish. In this lesson, we mentioned the expression извинете. But did you know that this could also be used as an apology? In the next lesson, we will learn this and other ways to apologize in Bulgarian. It's never too late to show your good manners with Bulgarian people. I'll see you in our next Bulgarski в 3 минути lesson. До скоро! Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Hi everybody, I'm Eva. Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com's Bulgarski в 3 минути. The fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Bulgarian. In the last lesson, we learned some words used when apologizing in Bulgarian, including извинете and съжалявам. In this lesson, we are going to learn numbers in Bulgarian. Yes, numbers. Числата. From 1 to 10. And you're going to learn them in only 3 minutes. 3 минути. Are you ready? Let's start. Едно. Едно. Две. Две. Три. Три. Четири. Четири. Пет. Пет. Шест. Шест. Седем. Седем. 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay, now repeat after me. I'll say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job! What is before едно? Do you know? It's similar to one of the versions of zero in English, but with a different pronunciation. Нула, нула. You don't have any more excuses. You can give your friends your phone number in Bulgarian. Let's try it together. We'll use the phrase Моят номер е, which means my number is. Моят номер е. Моят номер е 037 122 4968. Can you read it by yourself? 037 122 4968. Perfect! Now it's time for Eva's insights. When we go to the bank in Bulgaria, we sometimes have to stand in line with a number. When it's your turn to go to the window, they call out номер едно, номер две, and so on. Learn your numbers well so you can be ready. Do you know the Bulgarian word for 100? In the next lesson, we are going to learn the numbers from 11 to 100 in Bulgarian. Your task now is to practice the numbers we studied in this lesson, from едно to 10. До скоро! Здрасти, аз се казвам Ива. Hi everybody, I'm Eva. Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com's Bulgarski в 3 минути, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Bulgarian. In the last lesson, we learned the phrase Извинете, говорите ли английски? Excuse me, do you speak English? We mentioned the word извинете, which means excuse me in formal Bulgarian. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to use извинете and other words when apologizing in Bulgarian. We should use извинете in formal situations, such as when we are ordering something in bars or restaurants. For example, извинете, едно кафе моля. Excuse me, a coffee please. We can also use it when asking a question. Извинете, къде се намира храм Александър Невски? Excuse me, where is the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral? Sometimes we also hear people say, ако обичате, which means the same thing when you want to draw someone's attention. We only use this phrase in formal speech. Ако обичате. The informal way to say excuse me is извинявай. Извинявай. Just like извинете, we can use извинявай when asking a question or when apologizing. We can also use the word прощавай. Прощавай. You might hear this phrase translated as forgive me in English, but it's not formal or strong at all. Bulgarian people use it in very casual situations. Its formal version in second person plural is прощавайте. All of these phrases can be used for either excuse me or I'm sorry. But if you really want to apologize for something, it might be better to use a different phrase. That phrase is съжалявам. It means I'm sorry and can be used in both formal and informal situations. Съжалявам. This verb is in the first person singular form, so it basically means I'm sorry. You can use this expression anytime you wish to apologize. Now it's time for Eva's insights. Please remember that in Bulgaria, if you accidentally bump into someone, we don't say I'm sorry, съжалявам. Instead we say извинете, excuse me, or прощавайте, forgive me. Are you able to count in Bulgarian? In the next lesson, we will learn the numbers in Bulgarian from 1 to 10. I'll be waiting for you in our next Български в 3 минути lesson. Останете на линия за следващия урок. Bye!
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.